Your LinkedIn company page isn't invisible because LinkedIn is broken. It's probably because you're making one of these common mistakes. And in today's episode, we're going to fix that. Hey everyone, it's Coach Michelle J. Raymond, your trusted guide to building your brand and your business on LinkedIn. And I'm going to be sharing with you today the 5 most common mistakes that I see on LinkedIn company pages that is killing your engagement, your reach, and your follower growth, and therefore you're missing out on opportunities. These 5 mistakes that we're going to be talking about today are pretty common. They apply whether you are a small business or large. They are not unique to any one industry. And my favorite part is we're also going to give you the solutions in this episode. So stick around. And after this quick word from our podcast sponsors, Metrical, we'll go into the 5 most common company page mistakes and the solutions to fix them. Listeners, here are the cool new tools from Metrical that make managing content so much easier. First up, never lose a content idea again. The post library feature helps with instant scheduling and idea management. Combine this with the Canva and Google Drive integrations, and it'll really streamline your processes. But did you know that when Metrical released their 2025 LinkedIn study, they found that LinkedIn polls are the least used format but achieve the highest reach. So the newest addition, the ability to schedule LinkedIn polls directly in their planner, is the absolute winner for me. This only scratches the surface of Metrical's capabilities, but I want you to be able to check it out for yourself. So I've arranged a special offer for listeners. Use code Michelle30 to test any Metrical premium plan free for 30 days. All the details and how to take advantage of this will be in the show notes. Let's get into it. Mistake number 1, your page setup hasn't been optimized. And there's 2 ways that we can optimize your page setup. Number 1, for search engine optimization on LinkedIn. And number 2, for your audience that is visiting. First of all, let's look at SEO for LinkedIn. And it's just like SEO on Google. You want to make sure that your page is discovered most often when people are using the search bar. And this might seem like this is so basic, and is it really worth the effort? But as I've shared many times before, you will get up to 30% more weekly views of your page if you go back and fix this. And including keywords in your tagline, in your about section, is really critical here. So make sure that you go back and do a quick audit, and often the same ones that you've already done all of the work for your website, or maybe it's for ads that you run. The good news is you can repurpose that in your about section and make sure that you're using exactly the same words. The second piece to why you want to update this is for the visitors to your page. Do they know that they're in the right place? Do they know what you do, who you do it for, and what makes your business different? That is the key to writing a really good about section that helps your page get discovered by more people. And when you get discovered, then you can increase your followers, you'll have more engagement on your content, and ultimately more opportunities which you can grow your business with. That's why we're doing all of these tasks. So quick and easy one, go back and spend some time to update your LinkedIn company page in the about section, the tagline, and anywhere else that you find missing information. The second mistake that I see is boring content. And for some page admins that are listening to the podcast, you might be feeling a little guilty right about now. When I was at Social Media Marketing World, I went and watched a couple of the presenters who were specialists in YouTube, and it was great to learn from people that have a similar audience, but do something completely different and see how they go around it. On YouTube, video packaging is all about making sure you have the right topic, the right title, and the right thumbnail. So first of all, is your company page talking about a subject that people are actually interested in? And that might sound like it's a bit crazy. Of course, you say in your mind, we're talking about what other people are interested in, but are you? Or are you talking about what the company wants to say? And they're 2 very different things quite often. So go back and take a look at that. When we look at the title, do you have great hook lines? Is the hook line stopping people in the scroll? Is your B2B buyer the person that is going to stop for that? And so making sure that we do work on those hook lines is really important. And lastly, about the thumbnail, the images that go with our company page posts. Are they boring? Are they over-branded and look like an ad, and hence people keep scrolling? Go back, take a quick look and say to yourself, would I stop for this post? And if the answer is no, you know what you've got to do. And go and check out some of the YouTubers for advice on packaging for videos. Nick Niemand is one of them, Roberto Blake. They're two that I really like. If you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, at Michelle J. Raymond is where you'll find it. I've got stacks of how-to videos to help you get more out of your company page and LinkedIn in general. I'd love it if you gave me a follow and subscribe over there. So think, your content, is it boring or is it scroll stopping? Let's talk about mistake number 3, which is unoriginal content, i.e. your content comes across and sounds like everybody else in the industry. I had one of my clients, it was so dangerously close with the stock images, similar colors, same language, same insights. It was really difficult to tell who was who, even from me as I was working with this client. So we had to find new ways for it to sound different. If you want to fix this problem, the easy solution is we need to find a way to differentiate our content. Now, this could be by injecting some emotions into it. Most company pages are so boring and unoriginal because it just sounds like a tech help desk response to most things. It doesn't bring any heart or doesn't bring any humor. It doesn't bring in sarcasm, anything. What does your brand stand for? Are you really passionate about things? Is that coming across in your content? And I've got one of my clients who works for an IT company, and I have loved watching her with her page bring humor and photos of her team into pretty much every single post that we see. No one else in your industry obviously will have photos of your team. So that's another way that you can make things really unique and original. Often sharing your subject matter expertise and getting your experts to share why they think this about a topic in your industry, their unique perspective. What do they think is going to happen? Why do they think that this is something people should pay attention to? Why is this new feature important? Changes it from just being a feature to something that's unique from the people within your business. Mistake number 4 for company pages, creating content that is broadcasting at their audience and in no way, shape, or form trying to engage with them. That is a huge problem. We can't blame the LinkedIn algorithm that you got 0 engagement when really you were just talking at people. And for me, this is the one that you think, no, there's no way that we do it. But the easiest way I spot this when I'm doing company page audits is I go in and have a look at the post and see if there is any questions of the audience in there, asking them for their feedback, their input. What are their thoughts on this particular topic? If you can't see any questions, that's a surefire sign that your company page content is just broadcasting at people. And this impacts your engagement because people will read it, maybe, if they've stopped long enough to see it, and just go, almost like a shrug response. And they just keep scrolling, and that's why you're not getting any likes or comments. And so from that perspective, the easiest fix that you can do here is just go in and start asking more questions. Ask your audience to involve themselves in the post. Think about what are some cool questions that you can ask. And this is why I love LinkedIn polls so much, because they're an easy way to get responses from people. So mistake number 4, we're broadcasting and not engaging with our community. The 5th biggest mistake that I see with LinkedIn company pages across the board is you're hiding your employees. There is often a fear that if we feature employees in LinkedIn posts that they will leave or they'll get poached by competitors. I appreciate that as business owners, your employees are the foundation of your success, and without them, that can have a real business impact. But Featuring your staff in your post is the easiest way to stand out. It's not going to be boring. People will stop the scroll. There's all kinds of upside that you're missing out on in case something may happen. And if your employees are working somewhere that it's a great work environment, that they're appreciated and acknowledged, they're not going to leave at the first sign somebody comes and asks them because they saw them featured in a post. I've been there and done that. The upside for you is if you do dare to put them out there, they are going to feel amazing and acknowledged, and you can really help them stand out in the industry. And for me, when I look back, any boss that ever acknowledged the work that I did publicly, it just felt even better. So for me, the risk of hiding them versus the reward of showing your team off and showing why you've got an amazing business, which, will come back to your team in most cases. Getting their faces out there will make a big difference. So if you can get the faces of your team out there, you will stop people from scrolling past your content and they will keep an eye out for it. And that is the nature of creating content on a social media platform. At the end of the day, people want to be social. We want to know who are the people behind the curtain in your business. Let others get to know them, get to like them, get to trust them, and that is just going to drive your business growth. I have given you the 5 most common mistakes, and I've also given you 5 easy solutions that you can implement. But if you don't take action, then you're going to continue to get the same results. Worst case scenario is your competitors do listen to this, they make those changes, and they start to grow a bigger community, more followers, and get more opportunities and steal them away from your business. So that's what's at stake here, listeners. If today's episode gave you even one idea that you could go away and fix, then take action. Make that happen between now and the next episode, because it's taking action that will get you better results on LinkedIn and drive that business growth. Until next week, cheers.